The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
We love so effortless. We love so effortless.
Yeah, I'm good. No. Give me a sec. Okay.
Hold on to the tape.
This doesn't work.
We love so effortlessly. Thank you.
Please welcome our MCs for the 2025 78th Golden Sheaf Awards, Joanne McDonald and Cam Bennett.
Good evening. We wish to begin by acknowledging that we are on traditional lands referred to as the Treaty 4 territory, and the city of Yorkton is located on Treaty 4 territory, the original lands of the Cree, Ojibwe, Saulteaux, Dakota, Lakota, and the homeland of the Métis Nation.
We respect and honor the treaties that were made on all territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we are committed to move forward in partnership with Indigenous nations in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
You're not George.
You're not Scott.
You know, I thought it was a little funny when I didn't get a wardrobe consult 3 weeks before the festival.
I see only one of us went to hair and makeup.
Well, you didn't clean up too badly, but, you know, the bar's pretty high.
Yeah, I know. George, who was the host for several years in a row in the past, was a clothes horse. He wore clothes. He like he was doing them a favor.
So how many wardrobe changes did you bring? He usually have at least 3.
Including during this monologue?
Yes.
4.
You got 4.
4.
Is one of them a wetsuit?
No one knows what we're talking about, by the way. If you were here 8 years ago, you know exactly what we're talking about. But if you weren't, then we apologize.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll stop with this. And I think the first thing to do is give our thanks. Let's all thank the fine folks who've prepared and delivered this awesome meal, the Ukrainian feast, for us here tonight at the Gallgher Centre.
Thanks as well for the hard work and great organization from the Yorkton Film Festival volunteers, sponsors, and partners. Without your help, the festival would not be able to call itself the longest running film festival in North America.
I know. You know, we're just 2 weeks behind Cannes. That's it. We're like we're so close to being the oldest in the world, but 2 weeks. But we'll take being number 2. That's okay. So with us tonight are members of the Yorkton Lions Club, our partners in crime at the Lobster Fest. It was a great night last night. I know everybody enjoyed the food, the shooting fun, and networking last night. And I'd like to thank everybody that made the weather possible. Last year was so cold. Marikini, Lions, whatever you did, thank you. We all appreciate it. And we'd also like to thank the Yorkton Film Festival cook at Lobster Fest, Michelle Witcher. So Lions and Michelle, stand up and let's show them our appreciation for a fantastic event last night. Thank you.
Show of hands, how many had lobster last night? Quite a few. Did you know they were local lobster? There's a beautiful ravine ecosystem just north of here. Well, you can come meet the farmers later. It'll be nice. We are pleased to announce that Access Communications Cooperative is part of the exclusive is proud to be the exclusive broadcaster of the 78th Annual Yorkton Film Festival, showcasing some of the very best filmmakers and content producers from across Canada. Watch the Golden Sheaf Awards on the AccessNow TV channel Go app or online at myaccess.ca/YFF.
Absolutely, and I really hope my parents are in Regina right now watching this on Access. I told them about it, so hopefully they're tuning in.
Did you tell them about me?
No, that's why I'm hoping they will.
Okay.
So over the last 78 years, the Yorkton Film Festival has become the premier event for Canadian filmmakers to showcase their works, along with the most rigorous adjudication process of any festival. This year, we convened 14 juries in 6 cities across Canada: Saskatoon, Regina, Winnipeg, Toronto, Montreal, and Halifax. Each jury was comprised of 5 industry members to adjudicate submissions in that category. Our undying thanks to those dedicated industry professionals for volunteering their time and expertise in making this year's Golden Sheaf Awards and every Golden Sheaf Awards possible. Thank you, everybody that did jury work.
At this time, please welcome to the Yorkton Film Festival Painted Hand Casino Golden Sheaf Awards Honourable Minister Alana Ross, Minister of Parks, Culture and Sport Government of Saskatchewan, a great friend of the festival.
Thank you, Joanne and Cam, and good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to join you here this evening on Treaty 4 territory and homeland of the Métis on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan and as the Minister for Parks, Culture and Sport. I would also like to acknowledge some of my legislative colleagues who are joining us here this evening. We have with us the Honourable Warren Kading, Minister of Trade and Export, MLA Sean Wilson, MLA Chris Beaudry, and Yorkton's MLA David Chan. And thank you everyone for making the effort to be at this amazing evening. So 78 years. What an achievement this is for the community of Yorkton. You should all be very proud that this cultural attraction remains the longest continuing event of its type in North America. Film brings our shared experience into sharp perspective, to feel emotion, as well as to learn and to be inspired. The Yorkton Film Festival is a forum for collaboration, for creative discussion, for networking, and for professional development. And it's open to all Canadian filmmakers. It also allows us to showcase and to honor our country's best filmography. It is so wonderful to see some of the excellent work that is being done right here in our province, that is featured prominently in the Yorkton Film Festival. Through Creative Saskatchewan's feature film and television production grant program, our government has invested over $40 million in 69 productions since April of 2022. It's wonderful. So this investment is expected to generate $1.08 million into Saskatchewan's labor, goods, and services. This has also helped to attract projects to film in many locations throughout Saskatchewan, such as Maple Creek, L'Orange, and up in my country, at Waskesiu. Attracting more creative talent to the province will help strengthen Saskatchewan's creative sectors, and those benefits will be felt across our province. And who knows, maybe most of these projects will be featured at this film festival in the years to come. Each year, the Yorkton Film Festival sets new standards for artistic and cultural excellence. I extend a special thank you to the Board of Directors, festival staff, volunteers, and film industry professionals for your commitment to this event, to Canada's finest filmmakers. I wish everyone nominated for an award tonight the best of luck. And thank you. It has truly been an honor to join you here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Ross. Our first category of the evening is the Indigenous Award and is sponsored by the Painted Hand Casino. We would like to thank them for their continued support as event sponsors of this evening's gala and for taking most of Scott Leary's money. He knows. And for sponsoring the Thursday night opening screening for the past 16 years in a beautiful room. Please welcome Jordan Titarenko, Customer Experience Manager of the Painted Hand Casino.
The Saskatchewan Indian Gaming Authority, or SIGA for short, operates 7 casinos in Saskatchewan. Additionally, SIGA is partnered with BCLC to bring Saskatchewan its only legal online gaming site, Play Now. SIGA is a First Nations owned and operated nonprofit corporation. 100% of our net income is reinvested back into our communities. 50% goes to the First Nations Trust, 25% goes to the Community Development Corporations, and 25% goes to the Saskatchewan Government General Revenue Fund. Our mission is to deliver a distinctive gaming experience that reflects our First Nations values. From this, we will strengthen the lives of First Nations people through employment, economic growth, positive community relations, and financial self-reliance. The Indigenous Award is presented to a production which explores issues relating to Indigenous peoples, stories, or viewpoints from an Indigenous perspective. At least one of the key creative positions, either the producer, writer, or director, must be a person of Indigenous descent. The nominees are
Indigenous, presented by Painted Hand Casino. The Fifth Estate, Who's Minding the Store? Production Company, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Going Native Season 3. Production companies, Ice River Films, Paul Kemp Productions. Secret History, Women Warriors. Production company, Herd of One Media. Singing Back the Buffalo. Production company, Buffalo Song Productions. Inkwo, For When the Starving Return. Production companies, Spotted Fawn Productions, National Film Board of Canada.
And the Indigenous Award goes to Inkwo, For When the Starving Return.
2 lifetimes ago, they had been asleep, buried deep in the earth. They were once human like us, but they turned because of their need to possess. And once they changed, they craved the taste of human flesh. The ancestors fought to keep them buried, scattering their parts across the land, deep into the ground.
Hi, Amanda couldn't be here tonight, so she shared a statement with us that I'll read on her behalf. It's been an incredible honor to caretake this powerful story from Richard Van Camp and the many-year path that brought it to life through incredible puppets and craftsmanship to build a tiny world of representation. I'm grateful to Richard for his trust and our elders, knowledge keepers, language speakers who guided our path, and to all our amazing artists, production team, and funders who made this project possible. I'm beyond honored by this award and send congrats to all the other nominees.
Thank you and congratulations. Just before we get going a little bit further, a reminder to any winners and presenters, please make your way to the photography area left of the hall for a picture. And let's see who's next. We've got 3 awards to hand out right now. The Award for Performing Arts and Entertainment, sponsored by the Ministry of Parks, Culture and Sport, will be presented by Minister Alana Ross. And David Chan, the MLA for Yorkton, will be introducing the Award for Children and Youth Productions, sponsored by SaskTel. And Rhonda Rosenberg, Executive Director for, will be presenting the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan Award.
It is my pleasure to present the award for Performing Arts and Entertainment, which recognizes excellence in a film or television program that uses music achievement. This award is sponsored by the Ministry of Parks, Culture and Sport. The nominees are
Performing Arts and Entertainment, presented by Government of Saskatchewan, Ministry of Parks, Culture and Sport. My Moon, My Man, The Fretless, production company Folks Films. Mercy, production company Mouvement Perpetuel. Adrian Sutherland, Precious. Dusty Vinyl, production company Wolf Willow. Spirit Box, Perfect Soul, production company Versa Films.
And the winner is Versa Films.
This is terrifying. Thank you. I didn't expect this today. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be here among all these talented artists from across Canada. I'm grateful that I get to do music videos at all, but to be able to do them in Saskatchewan is kind of an insane endeavor, and we're attracting bands from across North America to come shoot in Saskatchewan, which I think is really cool and really special. I want to thank my team, obviously, two especially who are here in this room right now. Jeremy, who produced the music video, and it was our largest production to date. I think we had a crew of 60 people, all in multiple departments, making this project come together in a 2-day production, very ambitious 2 days. And Tegan, our art director, and the second half of Versa Films, who brought together, she brought the ocean to this abandoned hospital and hung out in it for a month to make it look the way it did, and is an insane person. So I'm just grateful to work with you two especially. I'm grateful that I got to work with this very talented crew, and I'm grateful I get to make a film in Saskatchewan, so thank you.
Well, these are pretty bright lights up here. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to join you tonight on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan and SaskTel as we celebrate excellence in Canadian film and honor the creative talents in the children and youth productions category. The Yorkton Film Festival continues to be a powerful showcase of how film can inspire, educate, and entertain. It offers an important platform for storytellers to share their unique visions and connect with audiences in meaningful and lasting ways. As a proud and long-standing supporter of this festival, SaskTel recognizes the vital role that films for children and youth play in supporting their development, both emotionally and educationally. While these productions do entertain, they also nurture imagination, broaden understanding, and help children and youth better understand the world around them and their place within it. It is my pleasure to present the Award for Children and Youth Production. Sponsored by SaskTel, this award recognizes any single production or series in any genre that is clearly intended for the entertainment and or education of children or youth. And the nominees are
Children's and Youth Productions, presented by SaskTel. Stories of the North, Season 3. Production company, Campfire Stories. Happy Place. Production company, Imagine Create Media, Inc. YMI, Season 6. Production company, YMI Season 6 Productions, Inc. Who's. Production company, Chaos. Lily Visits the Hospital. Production company, Chaos.
And the winner for Children and Youth Production goes to Stories of the North, Season 3.
Spring.
Sigwan.
Summer.
Nipin.
Fall.
Tagwagan.
Frieza.
Migiskaw.
Birthday.
Tipiskam.
Calendar.
Pisamusnahigan.
Wow. I don't know how I got here. Well, I do, but it's still so surreal. I have so many people to thank, and I'm so overwhelmed right now. And but mainly, I really want to be give a thanks to Kyle and Alia, part of Campfire Stories. They're the ones. They're the ones who have supported me on this journey since day one, before I believed in myself. And I didn't even want to direct, but they they convinced me that I could do it, and I put my full faith into them, and they're literally the reason that I'm here right now, and I'm so grateful. And there's so many other people I'm supposed to thank, and I can't remember, but this is Harmony. And she's the writer, and she's first-time writer as well, so this has been kind of our journey together, figuring out this new world and these new positions that are very overwhelming, and I'm just so grateful, and yeah.
We do have some people to thank. Joanne McDonald and Will Dixon of City TV, Creative Saskatchewan, the Canadian Media Fund, all of the cast and crew, and I really want to thank Morris Cook, our Musham. If it wasn't for his strength and our language, and being able to translate and really guide us, and our incredible writers, everybody, right? Thank you so much, and Kyle and Alia, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh boy. It is my pleasure now to present the Multicultural Award. It's sponsored by the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan, and this award recognizes any single production in any genre that reflects Canada's racial diversity and multicultural landscape. The nominees are
Multicultural, presented by Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan. My Son Went Quiet. Sorry for Your Cost. Production company, Boldly. The Canadian Dream. Tailor Made. Brotherly. Production company, Intersectional Films.
And And the Multicultural Award goes to Tailor Made.
How long have you been in Taylor?
Oh, too long. More than 50 years now, 52 years. My name is Tam Nguyen. I do everything. I do custom make, I make suit, I make a dress for wedding, I make costume for movie, a little bit of everything. I do them all. If I never do it, I will learn. Oh. I need a light.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Yorkton Film Festival, for this honor and recognition. It really means a lot, and it's great to be recognized to be multicultural. This is one of my first awards ever in my career to be accepted, and yeah. I want to thank my friends, colleagues, and mentors, and everyone who's watched many cuts of my films, and some of them are in this room tonight. And for their support and guidance throughout the film. I want to thank my wife for editing this film and supporting me in so many ways, and taking care of my cats tonight. And yeah, I hope everyone here have a great night. Thank you.
Congratulations to the winners. What a great start to the show, I have to say personally. Winning a Golden Sheaf Award is an honor. Being nominated is also a great accomplishment, but the festival is about so much more. It's reconnecting with old friends, making new friends, the workshops, bringing us together to exchange ideas, and of course, there's the great food.
Food. Once again, you guys had a lovely meal here and a lovely meal last night. I know we've made the lobster Saskatchewan joke already, but can we once again thank the Lions, the volunteers, everybody that put the steaks, the lobsters, the potatoes, everything out. An amazing job as always. So a big thank you to the Lions Club for cooking up the delicious lobster, and the Saskatchewan Wildlife Federation for their patience. Let's be honest, their patience and their coaching. Because nothing says safety like giving filmmakers with butter-soaked fingers firearms with live ammunition. I think it's a beautiful system, and it's one of the franchise events for the festival.
Nothing to worry about. And again, as we've said always before, people from other parts of the country can actually believe we do this until they get here, and then they keep coming back for more. The food's been fabulous. I think there could have been a few more jelly salads, but that's just my personal opinion.
You're in the minority with the jelly salads.
I don't know about that.
Joanna has a penchant for these things that I will ascribe to, because my mom and my aunts, we all made these things. I'm from rural Manitoba, so you know we're familiar with the jelly salads. But Joanne almost single-handedly is keeping this art form alive. And when I say alive, it doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Okay,
it could be
it's not like it doesn't have a heartbeat. Could everybody clap if they like a good Jello salad? Like, see.
I'm putting jelly salad in the same category as head cheese.
It's virtually the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we should move on.
All right.
We've got 3 more awards to hand out. Our next category is Community Television Production. It's sponsored by Access Communications Cooperative. We'd like to thank them for sponsoring the broadcast and live streaming of the gala. Presenting tonight is Access Board Member and Yorkton Chamber of Commerce Manager Juanita Palogi. Screen Sask Executive Director Robert Hardy will be presenting 2 awards, Best Commercial and Best Saskatchewan Commercial. And presenting the Outstanding Color Grading category tonight is Warren Kading. He is the he's the Minister of Trade and Export Development. I apologize for that. Welcome to the state.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Yorkton. It's so wonderful to see so many of you out here, and as the manager of the Yorkton Chamber of Commerce, I sure hope you spent lots of money at our stores and restaurants. Access Communications Cooperative is proud to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Award for Community Television Production. These films in any genre that are produced by and intended solely for broadcast by a community television company for which it owns the copyright. The nominees are
Community Television Productions, presented by Access Communications Cooperative Limited. Another Day's Past, production company, Bamboo Shoots. Dance With Me, production company, CBC Atlantic. Big Small Town, production company, Folks Films. Last Manitoba Meal, production company, Newman Films. Behind the Menu, Railway Ave Pub, production company, Bamboo Shoots.
And the award for community television production goes to Another Day's Past production company, Bamboo Shoots.
I don't think that the entirety of the Second World War will be understood until every person's story has been told, and I don't know if that's possible to do. I am of the generation that might be the last that knew Second World War veterans. How will we remember the contribution of these people when they are no longer here to tell their stories? We need to continue to tell them, to say that those people mattered, and they mattered then, and they matter today.
Congratulations.
Wow, this is awesome. I'd like to start just by congratulating all my fellow nominees. It was really an honor to be nominated alongside such talented filmmakers. I'd also like to thank the Yorkton Film Festival judges and jury for not only selecting my film to be screened at the festival, but also for awarding me this Golden Sheaf. Community television may sometimes be overlooked because it's not necessarily the most glamorous form of film production, but I think it's really important in order to share and preserve Saskatchewan stories within the province and also across the country. This film could not be made without the support from the team and crew at Bamboo Shoots and funding from SaskTel Max TV. So I'd like to thank Wally Start, Damon Sklar from SaskTel, the executive producer Bobby Goulet, the director of photography Matt Holland, and the rest of the crew that did an amazing job on this film. I'd also like to thank the participants in the film, especially the 3 World War II veterans that were very open in sharing their stories firsthand. So Reginald Harrison, Nick Kazuska, Osborne Lackness, and all of their families that helped me gain access to them. I'd also like to thank the historians that helped me and fact-checked the documentary throughout multiple stages of production, Will Chabun, Kelsey Loney, and Ken McCaw for their expertise. And finally, because this is a documentary about Saskatchewan's involvement in World War II, I'd like to just use this opportunity to thank all Canadian veterans for their service, past and present. So thank you.
Good evening. As the Minister responsible for Trade and Export Development, I have the privilege of bringing Saskatchewan to the world and the world to Saskatchewan. I think it's time we did the same for the content industry. It is my pleasure to present the Outstanding Color Grading Award, sponsored by Noodle Factory Post, for any single production or episode of a series in any genre with a primary focus on color grading as a significant aspect of the production process. The nominees are
Outstanding Color Grading, presented by Noodle Factory Post. Dryer Down Here, colorist Sam Gilling, production company Backroad Productions, Edmonton. Pieces Within, colorist David Tomiak. Production company, Parafauna. Staying Wild. Colorist, Jack Tunnicliffe. Production company, Staying Wild Productions 3 Inc. Mae Wilson Theatre. Colorist, Jeremy Ratzlaff. Production company, Lamp Black Studios. Saving the Animals of Ukraine. Colorist, Jun Yong Kim. Production company, Yap Films.
And the Outstanding Color Grading Award goes to Saving the Animals of Ukraine by Jun Yong Kim.
Well, thank you so much. I am accepting this on behalf of June, who couldn't make it here, but is very, very proud. This film was truly a labor of love from everyone who worked on it. At YAP and the CBC, we will need to thank them so much, and PBS Nature for backing our film. Anton Potishkin lives in Kyiv and has, worked on this film throughout the entire war. It's truly a labor of love, and we hope that the color brings this story to life. And I'm just so very, very proud. Thank you so much. And June says thank you.
Yes, I shall, thank you. Screen Sask and our over 265 members are very proud to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Award in the category of Best Commercial, honoring excellence in video advertising for products, services, or organizations. Spots can be up to 60 seconds in duration. The nominees are
Best Commercial, presented by Screen Sask. FCL What If? Production company, Barbershop Films. Nursing Shortages. Production company, Wavelength Entertainment Group. SaskTel Business. Era Wi-Fi. Production company, Play Creative. Embarrassing Dad. Production company, Java Post Production. FCL, Fresh Facilities, production company, Barbershop Films.
And the award for Best Commercial goes to FCL, Fresh Facilities.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Rob. I'm pleased to accept this on behalf of the team at Barbershop and all the hard work that went into it for FCL. And thank you, Yorkton. Hard work goes into these things too, these films, and thank you for including them in your festival. Thanks.
Well, I'm still here. Screen Sask is still proud, and we're proud to sponsor now the Golden Sheaf Award in the category of Best Saskatchewan Commercial, honoring excellence in video advertising for products, services, or organizations. Spots can be up to 60 seconds in duration and must be from a Saskatchewan creator or agency. And the nominees are
Best Saskatchewan Commercial, presented by Screen Sask. FCL, Fresh Facilities, Production Company, Barber Shop Films. SaskTel Business, Era Wi-Fi, Production Company, Play Creative. Embarrassing Dad, Production Company, Java Post Production. Winfield United, Lock Tech, Production Company, Barbershop Films. Nursing Shortages, Production Company, Wavelength Entertainment Group.
And the award for Best Saskatchewan Commercial goes to FCL, Fresh Facilities, Barbershop Films.
Well, thank you. On behalf of Jeremy, Adam, everybody at Barbershop, and again, thank you. This is amazing. Thank you very much, Yorkton. All right.
Congratulations to the winners there. Daniel Cross, good friend of the festival, longtime friend of the festival, will be presenting the award on behalf of Valerie Creighton, Chief Executive Officer for the Canada Media Fund for Documentary Point of View. The category of documentary series is sponsored by Frank Digital and will be presented by YFF board member Jim Crisco. And documentary history and biography is sponsored by Bailey's and will be presented by the owners of Bailey's Funeral Home, Crystal and Raymond Bailey. Please welcome, not Val Creighton, Daniel Cross, Jim Crisco, Crystal and Raymond Bailey to the stage, please.
Hello, Yorkton. I am not Val Creighton. I wish I was. But like Val Creighton, I'm not going to follow the teleprompter. Usually Val's giving out this award, so we never get to pay the due respect to her that she deserves. She's the president of the Canada Media Fund, which makes her basically the most important person in our industry and the most cherished. She's flying right now in the air to Ottawa because on Monday morning at 9 a.m. she has to deliver a presentation on Canadian content and cultural sovereignty on our behalf to the Canadian Radio, Television, Communications Society, which is everybody's boss. Yet, Thursday night, she was here at the opening. Friday morning, she opened the conference workshops with a panel. Friday night, she was eating lobster. Every year she comes to Yorkton and she supports this festival, and it's amazing. And we love her for it. Well, I do. So now on her behalf, I would like to present the award for the Documentary Point of View. That's an important award. This award recognizes documentaries which present a personal, first-person or filmmaker narrative and is sponsored by Creative Saskatchewan. The nominees are
Documentary POV, Point of View, presented by Canada Media Fund. Voices of Freedom, Production Company, Ice River Films. Relationship Remix, Production Company, Black Film Space Manitoba. The Wounds Within, an endometriosis story. Production companies, Peregrinari Productions and Loud Whisper Productions. Trailblazing, the Matt Hadley story. Judith Jackie Grace, Production Company, Super.
The award for Documentary Point of View goes to 2025 Golden Sheaf Awards winner, Trailblazing, the Matt Hadley story.
We were the fastest couple in Canada that year.
The Nordic Centre approached Matt and offered him a job that brought us to Canmore.
Life was chugging along very smoothly and we were enjoying outdoor recreation. Life was pretty normal. Within seconds, my life changed.
A hiker that was hit by a boulder.
Serious life-threatening injury.
Critical condition.
I don't remember getting hit. I just remember waking up in pain.
What a heartfelt film, so good as that.
So important a story. Go ahead.
I'm in shock. Wow. I mean, thank you so much to Yorkton Film Festival for having me. This was actually the world premiere of Trailblazing here on Friday morning. So it was, thank you. I'm an emerging filmmaker, so this was my first film, and to win an award, I'm just speechless. Huge thank you to Matt Hadley for giving me the honor of telling his amazing, powerful, inspiring story, and to the whole team who really brought it to life. And huge thank you to the sponsors, TELUS Story Hive, Makalani, and Alberta Foundation for the Arts. And thank you again, Yorkton, for having me here this year. It's an honor. Thank you.
We would now like to present the award documentary series. They are non-fiction series exploring subjects, places, points of view, or events based on facts. The series must have a minimum of 3 episodes. The nominees are
Documentary series presented by Frank Digital. Secret History, Women Warriors, Episode 208, Ladies First. Production company, Herd of One Media. Going Native, Season 3. Production companies, Ice River Films, Paul Kemp Productions. Postcards from Dawson City. Production company, Black Rhino Creative. Sounds and Pressure, Reggae in a Foreign Land. Production company, National Film Board of Canada. Secret World of Sound, Episode 1, Hunters and Hunted. Production companies, Infield Fly Productions, Humble Bee Films.
The award for documentary series goes to Secret History, Women Warriors. On behalf of the filmmakers, I'd like to accept this award. I'm sure they'd like to thank everyone for enjoying this award and for participating in the making of it. Thank you, of this documentary.
We would now like to present the award Documentary History and Biography. They are documentaries with predominantly historical themes or those which document the life of a person or persons.
The nominees are
Documentary History and Biography, presented by Bailey's Funeral and Cremation Care. Someone's Son, Repatriating Newfoundland's Unknown Soldier. Production company, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Balls, Brains, and a Wallet. Production company, Honeycut Studios. To Kill a Dictator. Production company, Go Button Media. Revolutions that changed history. Production company, Go Button Media. Seventh Gen, Curtis Howson. Production company, Eagle Vision.
And the award for documentary history and biography goes to Balls, Brains, and a Wallet. Conversations with W. Brett Wilson.
I know you might have some past life regrets, but are you happy today?
Yeah, I'd say I'm happy.
And how do you feel about this experience, having this crew follow you around, documenting your life and your past?
I've done a couple of smaller versions of this, but no, this is by far the most engaging that it's ever been. Tougher questions, more questions. More cameras, more dog, more everything.
Get up here, Jellicoe.
Oh, can I even see you?
Oh, I can't see anybody. Okay. It says right
I
there.
have to.
So she actually was responsible for most of this. Tara, if you guys can see.
She directed.
Tara Mewis, founder and president of Honeycut. So I mean, we'd like to thank the North Saskatoon Business Association. It was for their event that we created this documentary. Brett Wilson, I guess, and his crew.
Yeah,
everybody.
he really let us in. It was
Giving us the access that we got. And then, I can't see them now, but like T-Bone did the sound.
He did sound.
Lounge did sound.
He did sound in North Battleford, and Dylan with Versa Films. You saw Spirit Box. He filmed with us in Calgary. Typical Saskatchewan team effort. We all, join each other, and we all take part, and we all super support everybody all the time in this province, which is why we love this festival.
And our crew, Honeycut Studios.
Of course.
Right? Everybody at some point touched this thing, right? In some big or small way. So we're pretty proud to be up here today.
Yeah,
so
we're very different. We're very different than the rest of the nominees we went and watched today, and they were all fantastic. Ours just balls, brains, and a wallet. We're like, what? How are we even in this category? It sounds ridiculous, but we just like to make entertaining stuff. We like to make something that's different. We like to make it. We had the lighthearted in here with Brett, but then we also had the tough stuff where we talked about his health. He's had a lot of health issues, and he was very open about it. The more we spent time with him, the more he opened up. He's like, no, you're not coming to my house. Don't shoot this, don't shoot that. And by the end, we were everywhere. So we had a really good time with it, and we wanted to make an entertaining piece, and I think we did it. And we had to be creative with the budgeting.
Yes.
Yes.
As always, you guys can all relate to that, I'm sure.
You know when you have a small budget, that never happens, right?
We tried getting access to Dragon's Den footage, and apparently that's expensive.
It's very, very expensive, so we had to find creative ways to show.
Creative problem solving.
Yeah, it's fun. Thank you. We love this festival.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Just another housekeeping note to anybody coming up to the podiums. Please don't touch the mics. They'll pick you up no matter what. So they're arranged in a specific way. You don't have to move them around.
Doug, the sound person, he realizes that when this occurs, he actually loses a day or two off his life. So if you could avoid touching the microphones, he would be oh so appreciative.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want Doug to have any more days lost.
We've seen Doug upset. Nobody wants Doug upset.
Nobody wants Doug upset.
No.
You know what? Speaking of people, and we want to just take another minute, and it seems like we're doing this a lot, but we have to keep thanking all the volunteers that have made the festival be the most excellent festival it could possibly be. You know, we want to give a shout out to the shuttle drivers. These are, I know I've seen at least one here tonight. They are going back and forth to Regina all the time for the whole festival. we couldn't have a festival if you didn't bring people here. Now, I don't know about getting them back home. I don't know, Mayor Keeley, would you like some more people in your, we could just leave them here, but you know, we really appreciate all the work you do getting our filmmakers to and from Yorkton every single year. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And under some unusual circumstances, there was some kerfluffle with the hotels this year. So our group is actually spread out over, I'm guessing, Randy, 5, 6 hotels?
I heard 27 hotels.
127 hotels.
Yeah.
Some are in Melville. So is it Melonville?
Melonville, yeah, something like that. Although, you know, at least nobody's sleeping on Bob's hide bed, we think, right, Bob?
Right. But the drivers got everybody to the Lobster Blast and home safely, and hopefully everybody gets home to Regina or wherever you're flying out of tomorrow. And we'd like to thank them for that. Also, a special shout out to the Yorkton Film Festival Board of Directors and the jury members from across Canada who adjudicated this year's entries. Board members, you know who you are. I'm sure you've been thanked previously, but we just want to say thank you for running a really cool, tight ship once again.
Yes, thank you. And
Joanne, for example, is a board member.
yes, I am.
Are you in charge? Are you co-chair?
Yeah, I am.
Really?
Imagine
I did not know that.
And you know what, but it's not just the board. We have the programming committee did an amazing job this year, putting on the panels, workshops, the master class. Thanks to them. We had a jury committee. And also, we want to thank all the volunteers that were at the YFF On Demand room and at all the programming screenings. I think we had 40 this year, and we had volunteers at every single one of them. So we couldn't do it without you. Thank you again. And we also want to thank, we got lots of thank yous. We also want to thank Java Post and Twisted Pear Productions for their work in putting tonight's show reel together. It looks fantastic. And big thanks to both of them. So tonight we have Randy Shumay here with his favorite person, his mom, Elizabeth, and for Twisted Pear for the voiceovers. Thanks for all your help, Carrie, Cecily. Sorry, I said your name wrong. And Mom Sharon is here as well. And I will give you a tomato harvest update in the fall.
I don't get tomato harvest updates, for the record. Let's recognize our Golden Sheaf assistants tonight. May we have Kingsley Jean, Jade Ann James, and Andrea Lauer. Come on, please. Are they here? They were. No?
Well, you know, they'll be out. They'll be out. They'll be out with awards.
I was told they'd be behind me, but that did not happen.
They're shy. You know what? When you see them, just smile and say, you guys are doing a great job. Okay. But moving on, the categories of social, political, is sponsored by the Sask Arts and will be presented by the chairperson, Ian Ray. The next category, documenting arts and culture, is sponsored by Sask Culture and presented by Yvonne Hotzak, who's the chair of the board. And the last category in this section is documentary science, nature, technology, sponsored by Wavelength Entertainment and will be presented by Steve Allen, principal partner, supervising producer. Welcome to the stage.
Good evening, folks, and welcome. We've worked with the Yorkton Film Festival for several years to recognize Canadian film talent. It's our pleasure at Sask Arts to support and assist Saskatchewan residents in creating access to artistic endeavors. For 78 years, this community in southeast Saskatchewan has set the standard for community spirit in both Saskatchewan and Canada. We thank Yorkton, the Yorkton Film Festival, their employees and volunteers for the festival's ongoing and outstanding success. Sask Arts has had the pleasure of working with the festival for several years on its mission to recognize Canadian film talent, and this year is no exception. The festival illuminates a gleaming example of the wealth of Canadian talent that exists in film. Now, more than ever, as an arts funder, Sask Arts exists to champion and invest in filmmakers' creative vision and processes. We are committed to supporting artists, organizations, and communities whose work drives cultural expression and Canadian film industry forward. We remain grateful to the Government of Saskatchewan and our partner SaskCulture for supporting this vision with funding from Saskatchewan Lotteries. The Golden Sheaf Award for the category of documentary, social, political is sponsored by Sask Arts and is presented to a documentary that explores politics, social issues, and current events. The nominees are
Documentary Social Political, presented by Sask Arts. Saving the Animals of Ukraine, production company, Yap Films. Am I the skinniest person you've ever seen? Production companies, Compass Productions, National Film Board of Canada. 30 years after, production company, Les Productions Liane Simard. Words Left Unspoken, production companies, IGP Productions, Diversified Voices Productions. Bodies for Rent, production companies, Akelo Media, 90th Parallel Productions.
The award for documentary social political goes to Saving the Animals of Ukraine.
Complexities of our obligations to animals in wartime. The entire world seeing the level and depth of animal suffering, and on many levels, pets, livestock, even wild animals.
Dogs and cats, they are taking stress even worse than people, because people, at least, they understand what's going on. Animals, they don't understand.
Wow. I'm so very grateful, and Anton just sends his thanks, and I am so honored to be nominated with such incredible filmmakers and incredible productions. This film is so very near and dear to us at YAP. We, again, could not have done it without the CBC and without PBS Nature, without the funding agencies, of course, and our tax credits, and just our community of filmmakers who helped us out. And we started this film without any broadcasters on board. This film was so important. We really wanted to share the experience of the Ukrainian people and their deep compassion for all living things and the environment. And it just, I could not be more grateful, and thank you so much.
As the manager of the culture section of the Saskatchewan Lotteries Trust Fund, SaskCulture is committed to supporting events such as the Yorkton Film Festival that recognizes the great artists and contributors in this field. On behalf of SaskCulture and the cultural community at large, it is my great honor to be able to present the Documentary Arts and Culture Award sponsored by SaskCulture. This award recognizes excellence in documentaries relating to the world of arts and culture. The nominees are
Documentary Arts Culture, presented by SaskCulture. A Final Sketch, production company, New Theory Pictures. Akameamok, To Persevere, production company, Lightbulb Labs Limited. Iniskim, Return of the Buffalo, production company, Necessary Journeys, Inc. Miss Joanna DeWitt, production company, CBC. Play It Loud. Production company, Ultra Magnetic Productions Limited.
And the winner is Play It Loud.
It's in the DNA, man. I'm gonna take you on a journey back to the beginning, the art and soul of black music in Canada. Who am I? I'm Jay Douglas. Let's get into this, man.
Wow, was not expecting that either at all. Not prepared at all, but can't thank the Film Festival, Yorkton, all the hospitality. This has been an amazing festival. This is my first feature. It's a feature that's really important to me, the story of the Jamaican diaspora and the culture. That's also my mom's culture. She came up from Jamaica at the same time as Jay Douglas. I want to shout out Jay Douglas. He is an inspiration to me, an inspiration for this film. It's a beautiful story, his story. I want to shout out our producer, Andrew Munger, our executive producer, Clement Virgo, my whole creative team. It was a collaboration of many collaborators who really believed in elevating and celebrating these stories. Shout out to TVO and shout out to all the funding bodies that helped make this film a reality. And yeah, I'm just so shocked. And this is for Jay. This is for Jay and the music and the community. So thank you, everyone.
The Golden Sheaf Award for the category of Documentary, Science, Nature, Technology is sponsored by Wavelength Entertainment and is presented to a documentary that explores topics and/or issues in the nature, environmental, science, medicine, or technology fields. And the nominees are
Documentary, Science, Nature, Technology, presented by Wavelength Entertainment. Foodspiracy, production company, Yap Films. Muskox conquers Nunavik, production company, Radio Canada CBC. The Fifth Estate, Who's Police, production company, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Brainstorm, Unraveling the Mysteries of the Brain, production company, Bailey and Soda Films. The Secret Knowledge of Animals, production companies, Gala Film Productions Inc. and Film Tank.
And the winner is The Secret Knowledge of Animals, Gala Film Productions, and Film Tank.
Research teams around the world are using wearables for wildlife to unlock the hidden knowledge of animals.
If your cow can give you information about an earthquake, this is a major change in our relationship with animals.
What do they know? How do they know it? And what can we learn from them?
Are they not here? Okay, well, we'll humbly accept this on behalf of them by the film festival.
It's my aura, I assume. We will now hand out 3 more awards, and I kind of feel like we're really clipping along here. You guys feeling okay? You might need a stretch. There's no intermission this year. Everybody's good? Okay, we're just going to keep churning away here. Hand out 3 more awards at this time. The animation category, sponsored by Telefilm, will be presented by YFF board member Randy Chimay. The mental health category, sponsored by the Yorkton Film Festival, presented by board member Ursula Lawson. And the experimental award is sponsored by Saskatchewan Lotteries and will be presented by Leslie Mayer, YFF board member.
Hello, everyone. There's so many friendly faces out in the crowd. And Mom, whatever photo you get is totally fine. It is my pleasure to present the award for the animation film category. The award recognizes excellence in any frame-by-frame or computer-assisted animated film or video that relies primarily on creative animation techniques to tell a story. The nominees are
Animation, presented by Telefilm Canada. The Death of James, production companies, Blue Ant Media, Lakeside Animation Studio. Inkwell, For When the Starving Return, production companies, Spotted Fawn Productions, National Film Board of Canada. Loka, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Maybe Elephants, production companies, Microfilm, National Film Board of Canada. Hairy Legs, production company, National Film Board of Canada.
And the winner is Inkwell, For When the Starving Return.
2 lifetimes ago, they had been asleep, buried deep in the earth. They were once human like us, but they turned because of their need to possess. And once they changed, they craved the taste of human flesh. Their ancestors fought to keep them buried, scattering their parts across the land, deep into the ground.
Amanda did share a second one, so I want to read that to you as well. Thank you to the jury for this incredible award and honor. It's been an incredible and long journey filled with the heart and care to honor the words of Richard Van Camp through stop motion animation. I want to acknowledge our amazing teams of artists, producers, and supporters who made the film possible. A special thank you to our co-producer, the National Film Board. Congrats to all the other nominees.
Hello. The Golden Sheaf Award for the category of mental health is sponsored by the Yorkton Film Festival and is presented to film in any genre that promote the understanding of and/or depict the realities of those living with mental health issues. And the nominees are
Mental Health, presented by Yorkton Film Festival. AMI, Our Community, Scope Society, production company, Barbershop Films. Little Trooper. Pieces Within, production company, Carafauna. Recovered, a documentary film about eating disorder recovery. What are you supposed to do with your hands? Production companies, Crazy Eights Film Society, Transmute Pictures, De Silva Productions.
And the Golden Sheaf Award goes to Recovery D, a documentary film about eating disorder recovery.
You know, you get so many people just like loving your photos, and you see those hearts like come up at the bottom, and I get those kind of comments where it's like, you look like you lived like the best life ever, you have like a perfect life, but in reality it's not who I am or how I'm feeling or how every day goes, but it's what I want people to think my life is like. Even if you're too scared.
Taking it.
I guess I'm taking it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So we're probably a nervous bunch, but I'm going to try my best. This film had a champion from the very beginning, and I think in my limited experience, film needs champions.
And that champion was Carla. Carla's the executive director of the Bridgepoint Center for Eating Disorder Recovery. And now she is an award-winning producer, which is pretty amazing. So my thanks goes to Carla.
Wow, we were just happy to be here. This has been an amazing weekend. Thank you so much to all the volunteers, to the board, the jurors, the Yorkton Film Festival. We are so grateful to be here alongside so much amazing talent, the nominees. And it's really exciting to be able to have eating disorders recognized in the space of mental health. I've got so many people to thank. We're not prepared for this at all. Thank you to Simeon and Tyler. Like, this is our crew, very skeleton crew, skeleton budget. We didn't know that we couldn't do it, so we did. And a big thank you to the participants that trusted us with their stories. Definitely the scariest thing I've ever done is, having someone's story and, making sure that we could, share it in a way that would inspire hope for others. To the participants, to our team, to our families, and thank you for all for being here. Thank you so much.
The Experimental Award is presented to a filmmaker's expression in any genre using unconventional and innovative production practices and techniques. These are the guys who break the rules and move the needle on the medium. The nominees are
Experimental, presented by Sask Lotteries. Porpoise and the Wandering, production company, National Film Board of Canada. An Impression of Everything, production company, 1000 Flowers Productions. Entropic Memory. Ocean Eyes, post-secondary institution, Concordia University. Rose as Flowers, production company, Syncresis Productions, Inc.
And the award goes to Entropic Memory.
I'm not Nicola Bro. I wish I was. I don't know who I am anymore. But I will say this before I read his note. Yorkton is one of the few festivals that awards experimental cinema. Experimental cinema is one of the pillars of cinema. It's a kudo to the festival that they recognize this art form. Good evening, everyone. This is from Nicola. It's a true honor to see Entropic Memory among the nominees for the Yorkton Film Festival's Golden Sheaf Awards, and in such inspiring company. For me, experimental animation has always been a space of freedom, a place where perception and form can be reimagined, where art expresses itself, not only through narrative, but through rhythm, texture, abstraction, and silence. It's a way of thinking, of feeling, and of questioning the world around us. I come from the tradition of the National Film Board of Canada, a place that has long nurtured this spirit of innovation and resistance. Artists such as Norman McLaren, Carolyn Leaf, Pierre Hébert have proudly influenced my relationship with the moving image. Their legacy reminds us that animation is not confined to storytelling. It can be a tool of introspection, critique, and poetic disruption. This is why I am so grateful for the space the Yorkton Film Festival has created for experimental voices. This is not a trivial gesture. It is vital. Many artists need platforms that recognize, support, and give context to their practices. For 78 years, Yorkton Film Festival has championed cultural dialogue, artistic risk-taking, and independent creation. Its commitment to diversity, innovation, and artistic depth is both rare and essential. I sincerely wish I could be there with you tonight to celebrate. I raise my glass, which I didn't bring, to experimentation and everyone, and to this vibrant community of filmmakers and festival organizers who continue to make space for artistic freedom and meaningful exchange. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Nicholas Bro, Professor, University Laval.
Daniel is everyone tonight. Thank you, Daniel. We'd like to thank the presenters and congratulations to the winners, of course. We'd also like to take a moment to thank our major partners of the 2025 Yorkton Film Festival. I know we're thanking a lot of people, but this is a big ship, and it doesn't turn fast, and it doesn't turn quickly, and there's so many oars in the water making this thing go forward over 78 years. Tonight, we want, as our partners, we want to acknowledge Sask Arts, Telefilm Canada, the City of Yorkton, Sask Culture, and Saskatchewan Lotteries. Thank you all for your support.
We've just heard from Bruce in the lighting booth. Cam, your head's causing a little bit of glare. Can we fix it up for you? There we go.
How's Rose?
Oh, you'll do. You know what?
All right.
You can't make a rose out of everything, can you?
Ow.
Whoa.
Whoa, hang on. I'm getting a text. It's from Joanne's mom. Be nicer to Cam, is what she says.
Really?
Okay.
My mom can't text.
That's not what she told me.
Anyway, moving on. The Painted Hand Casino is tonight's gala sponsor, and we are so grateful to have them as a naming sponsor for the festival. They've also been a partner for us, and for 16 years we have hosted our opening night screening at the Painted Hand Casino. So a round of applause for the Painted Hand Casino. They've been a tremendous support. But, you know, it takes a lot of sponsors to build a festival. So the complete list of sponsors is printed in the festival program guide. You've seen them on the screens. And like I said, we can't be here without them. And I can't name them all, but thank you for all your generosity, the organizations, individuals, and volunteers. Thank you again. And now, we'd like to welcome to the stage Kama Lear, head of Creative Saskatchewan's Board of Directors. She'll be presenting the category of Short Subject Nonfiction, sponsored by Creative Saskatchewan. Short Subject Fiction, 15 minutes and under, award is sponsored by the City of Yorkton. Presenting the award is Aaron Keeley, Mayor of our host city. And Yorkton, thank you so much for being so welcome to every one of us from out of town. You've really shown how wonderful Yorkton is. Thank you for all your hospitality. The last one in this section is Short Subject Fiction, over 15 minutes. The award is presented by Legacy Cooperative Association. Presenting this year's award is Dwayne Reeve, Legacy Co-op Board of Directors. Legacy Co-op fuels our airport shuttles and provides all those potatoes you enjoyed last night. So thank you so much, Co-op, Legacy Co-op. And now, the awards.
The award for short subject nonfiction presented by Creative Saskatchewan recognizes a nonfiction production in any genre of any subject that is 15 minutes or less in length. The nominees are
Short subject, nonfiction, presented by Creative Saskatchewan. Persistence of Vision. Healing Hearts, production company, Carrier Sakani Family Services. Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying, production company, National Film Board of Canada. Untapped, production company, Honeycut Studios. Tailor Made.
The award for short subject nonfiction goes to Tailor Made.
How long have you been a tailor?
Oh, too long. More than 50 years now, 52 years. My name is Tam Nguyen. I do everything. I do custom make, I make suit, I make a dress for wedding, I make costume for movie, a little bit everything. I do them all. If I never do it, I will learn. Oh. I need a light.
Thank you. Scott Leary texted me, so I'm mentioning him. But thank you for this amazing award. It's my second award ever in my career. I love working on short documentaries as both a cinematographer and filmmaker. It's a great way to learn about unique stories as you're eating breakfast, having coffee, or just laying on your couch. This film is about an amazing story of a tailor who came to Canada, Winnipeg, as part of the boat people from Vietnam as a refugee in the 80s, and then devoted his life to helping others. It was an honor to tell his story, and I hope to work on meaningful projects like this again soon. Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. What a wonderful festival weekend we've had here in Yorkton. On behalf of the city and our council, it has been an absolute pleasure to host you all for the 78th Yorkton Film Festival. We hope your time here was both memorable and meaningful, whether through the stories shared on the screen or the connections made throughout the week. Thank you to everyone who attended, to all those who worked so hard behind the scenes to make this festival a continued success, and all of the sponsors. And now it's time to present the award for short subject fiction, proudly presented by the City of Yorkton. This award recognizes a fiction production in any genre, on any subject, that is 15 minutes or less in length. And the nominees are?
Short subject, fiction, 15 minutes and under, presented by City of Yorkton. Brotherly, production company, Intersectional Films. Sorry for Your Cost, production company, Boldly. My Son Went Quiet. Nosocomphilia, production company, Film Co-op. Ephemera.
All right, and the award for short subject fiction, 15 minutes and under, goes to My Son Went Quiet.
My son came back to my room in the morning. He did not know what to do at first and called for help.
Don't stop. They're going to be pulling up any second, okay? I'm going to be alone.
Did you speak to anyone else?
My son broke my ribs when he started to press on my chest.
Did you call 911 or any friends?
My son went quiet again.
He was trying to help you.
Would you like to keep the envelope? Sure.
So I produced this movie alongside my good friend Ian Bauer, who wrote and directed it. And he couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, but I know that this film is very personal to him, and he kind of wrote it in memory of his dad. So he's going to be very excited to know that it got this recognition and award. So thank you very much, Yorkton.
The Short Subject Fiction Over 15 Minutes Award is sponsored by Legacy Cooperative Association. Fiction productions in any genre on any subject which are 15 minutes or more in length. The nominees are
Short subject, fiction, over 15 minutes. Presented by Legacy Cooperative Association. Boutique, production company, Digital Warriors Productions, Inc. Midnight Coachman, production company, Stanley Wood Films. Unfamily, production company, Hold the Sauce Films. Obscura. My Roommate Araman. Production companies, Naltobel Productions, Danya Media.
And the winner for Short Subject Fiction Over 15 Minutes, Boutique.
دخترم من مثل تو 3 تا دختر و خانه دارم نمیتونم باشم باید برو نه ایره بگی بپوش بگی غلط پوشی دیگم شو صبر کن برو بخیر برو پوش داشتم برو بخیر
Congratulations.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm really nervous. Just congratulations to everybody. I'm in such good company in this awesome room. And Yorkton, you're all amazing. I've hitchhiked twice with no fear to get to destinations. So I'm loving this town. Yeah, that just shows you what a great city you are. I'm going to share this with my amazing co-producer, Bonnie Doe. We met at the CFC, and this film sort of came out of there. So this is also for Bonnie, who's in Toronto right now. And I share this film with the 3 women who acted, who are cast in the film. I'm from Afghanistan. There's literally no women from Afghanistan in Toronto that we could cast who are actors. So I hit up Hangama, who is like Afghanistan's Cher in the 90s. 80s, and she's been living in exile in Toronto since the 90s. I hit her up on Instagram and took a bus to Vaughan. She met me at a Tim Hortons because she probably thought I was a stalker. It was the busiest Tim Hortons I've ever seen in my life. And I ate, I don't know how many Timbits. And then she said yes, and I swear upon God, I felt like I had rolled up that rim. I was like, oh my God. It was, I don't know. So I owe a lot to Tim Hortons. And then thanks to Hangama, we were able to cast 2 other Afghan women as well. So it's all Afghan women. And I know how privileged I am as an Afghan woman to be living in Canada. And I am also very hopeful that one day Afghan women will sit like we all do and just enjoy life. Thank you.
I'm going to go just slightly off script. Sorry, Randy. Daniel Cross is kind of our guru here. If you get a chance to talk to Daniel, if you haven't already, please do. He comes up here and he speaks eloquently and passionately about what we try to do here as storytellers and filmmakers. And every year he kind of nails it. He articulates, I think, what most of us feel and sense about how special this is, but about also how special what we do is. And a celebration of that tonight is well in order. And once again, Yorkton, the filmmakers, I've seen some friends come up and collect awards, their first awards, and it's very exciting. And the filmmakers that come up and speak so passionately about their work is an inspiration to old farts like me that continue to try to make things as well. So give yourselves a hand. How about that? It's the famous egg salad for Daniel Cross. If they stop making the egg salad lunch, Daniel will stop coming to Yorkton, so be aware. Many of you tonight are established in the filmmaking business, and many of you have been award winners. And it's great that the Film Festival also looks to the future, encouraging and nurturing people who are up and coming in this film industry. And that's what I was trying to say without reading off the teleprompter. It's the first timers that really jazz this place up at night, and we love it. The series award is sponsored by City TV Saskatchewan. Presenting tonight is Joanne McDonald. Who? Sorry, Joanne? Yeah, no, not yet. I'll tell you when. Hang on, it's your mom again. Yeah, all right, I'll tell you later. Anyway, tonight, sorry, no, wait, we skip back. Joanne McDonald, our next award is for Emerging Filmmaker. It is sponsored by RBC Foundation. I'd like to ask Lori Shute, Community Manager, Parkland Market, to come to the stage. You may now come, please, Joanne, thank you. And the Golden Sheaf Award for Student Productions is sponsored by the Gallgher Centre. To present the awards, Lisa Washington, Manager, Community, Culture and Heritage, City of Yorkton.
Hi. We're extremely proud to be partnering with the Yorkton Film Festival for the Series Award. It's a program in any genre that follows a thematic or narrative through line over the course of at least 3 episodes. Let's have a look at the nominees.
Series presented by City TV Saskatchewan. The Crown and Indigenous People, Residential Schools, Production Company, Twisted Pear Productions Limited. My Dead Mom, Production Company, Loco Motion Pictures. The Amazing Race Canada, Production Company, Insight Productions Limited. You're My Hero, Production Company, Long Hope Media Inc. Top Chef Canada, Production Company, Insight Productions Limited.
All right. The winner, the Crown and Indigenous People, Residential Schools.
Today, we have to acknowledge that those places existed and the damage that they've done. And with having that monument here on Government House grounds, when other people are walking by taking their tours of these lovely gardens, the lovely grounds, you know, it's going to be a reminder of why we get to be here. The relationships made with Indigenous people. And it's also showing a huge crux in time where that relationship changed and how the government's influence, you know, assisted residential schools in existing.
Thanks. I didn't expect to win it in this category, but I'd like to thank my mom for being here for the first time at the Yorkton Film Festival. Everybody who was in the film, His Honor, the Honorable Russell Morasti, Joseph Natauhau, Mary Musqua Culbertson, Lyndon Linklater, Merelda Fiddler-Potter, all of them for sharing their stories. Roger Ross, Hildy Bowen, Ross Hudgens, Jason Britsky for their expertise. Everyone at the Office of the Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan, everyone at the JEN Weeb Interpretive Center, and most of all of those who were never able to tell their stories. Thanks.
Good evening. The Emerging Filmmaker Award is sponsored by RBC Foundation, and the award will go to a director who has made his or her first professional film, fiction or non-fiction, in any genre. The nominees are
Emerging Filmmaker, presented by RBC Foundation. LOCA, Production Company, National Film Board of Canada. The Canadian Dream. The Wounds Within, an endometriosis story. Production companies, Peregrinari Productions and Loud Whisper Productions. Henderson, Production Company, Trikili Productions, Inc. Little Trooper.
And the award for emerging filmmaker goes to The Canadian Dream.
Tanto volviste a caer en Canadá que todavía estás aquí. Aquí estamos.
Aunque la verdad fue bien difícil y hacen falta mejores legislaciones, defenderse es posible. Prueba es que yo logré hacer algo en contra del patrón. Yo siempre voy y hablo con todas las personas, con todos los demás trabajadores y les digo, miren, yo soy un ejemplo vivo de lo que se puede hacer. No se dejen. Creo que el sueño canadiense es ese, la equidad de las personas, el respeto a cada una de ellas.
Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you so much for this award. I'm sorry I didn't have a speech prepared, so bear with me. Yeah, as you can guess, this is my first film. I also didn't want it to direct. I have a lot of people who were behind the project really pushing to tell the story of my dad, which I'm glad now that I did. I, of course, have to thank him for being the person that he is and to show an example of resilience and that we can do things better. And thank you so much, of course, Yorkton, for opening the doors for all the filmmakers that I have the pleasure to share the room tonight. And yeah, thank you.
The Gallgher Centre is proud. Excuse me. The Gallgher Centre is proud to present the Student Production Award, which is awarded to a non-fiction production that is produced and or directed by a full-time student enrolled in a post-secondary institution. The nominees are
Student Productions, presented by Gallgher Centre. John's First Tattoo, post-secondary institution, University of Regina. Lavenza, post-secondary institution, Toronto Metropolitan University. Everything Wrong with Mr. Ward, post-secondary institution, Sheridan College. Ashes and Grace, post-secondary institution, the University of British Columbia. Nebuchadnezzar, post-secondary institution, New York Film Academy.
The award goes to John's First Tattoo.
I'll be honest, I had words ready. I saw some of the other student films that John's First Tattoo is going against, and I took a breath because I was like, well, I don't think I'll be on stage. And now here I am, rambling. Yeah, thank you to the festival. Thank you to the other films that were nominated. Yeah, I wasn't a film student. I was a creative technology student. And so part of that sometimes, I think, made me feel like on the outside. And yeah, so I didn't think any of this was possible. So thank you to the festival for believing in my film.
Our next categories, Director Nonfiction, sponsored by the Yorkton Royal Auto Group. We would like to thank the Royal Auto Group for sponsoring the shuttles, which have brought all of our filmmakers from the airport, and we'll be taking you back to Regina. And of course, Out to Lobster Fest. Presenting this evening is Natalie Ortinsky, Corporate General Manager. We are forever grateful for the support of the late Norman Jewison for his contribution and longtime support of the Canadian film and television industry. The foundation has been a longtime supporter of the Golden Sheaf Awards. Norman Jewison has had a hand in some of the most successful Hollywood films, and the Yorkton Film Festival is so very grateful for the foundation's support again this year. Presenting for the category Director Fiction is Dana Lasick. Dana, you're going to kill me for butchering your name. Yorkton Film Festival board member. And the award for research is sponsored by the Yorkton Business Improvement District and is presented by Caitlin Kitsan, Executive Director.
The award for Director Nonfiction is sponsored by Royal Auto Group, and the nominees are
Director Nonfiction, presented by Royal Auto Group. Saving the Animals of Ukraine, Director Anton Patushkin, Production Company, Yap Films. Play It Loud, Director Graham Matheson, Production Company, Ultramagnetic Productions Limited. Sounds and Pressure, Reggae in a Foreign Land, Directors Graham Matheson, Chris Flanagan, Production Company, National Film Board of Canada. Corpus and the Wandering, Director Joe Roy, Production Company, National Film Board of Canada. Top Chef Canada, Director Brett Morris, Production Company, Insight Productions Limited.
The award for Director Nonfiction goes to Saving the Animals of Ukraine, Anton Patushkin.
Complexities of our obligations to animals in wartime. The entire world seeing the level and depth of animal suffering, and on many levels, pets, livestock, even wild animals.
Dogs and cats, they are taking stress even worse than people, because people, at least, they understand what's going on. Animals, they don't understand.
Thank you. Honestly, I am blown away. This is Anton's first documentary that he's directed. He lived through a war. He lives in Kyiv every day. He shot this film. He directed this film. This is truly his passion, truly an important story. And he wanted me to let you all know that the people of Ukraine are so very grateful for this recognition. It is really a huge volunteer group of people in Ukraine, in Kyiv, that helped us make this film, was there, while we were shot at and while we had bombs dropped on us. And so truly, Anton thanks you, and we thank you, and from Elliot Halpern and myself and everyone at Yap Films. Truly, thank you. Thank you, CBC. Thank you, PBS. Thank you, all the funding agencies. Thank you, of course, to Yorkton. And honestly, to my fellow nominees, it's truly an honor. Your films are incredible. So, thank you.
Good evening. My name is Dana Leshik. Thank you, Kim Benit, is it? Dobry wieczór and Slava Ukraini. The Norman and Margaret Jewison Charitable Foundation is pleased to sponsor the Golden Sheaf Award for the director of a feature or a film project. The nominees are
Director, Fiction, presented by Norman and Margaret Jewison Charitable Foundation. Brotherly, Director, Gavin Seal, Production Company, Intersectional Films. Inquo, For When the Starving Return, Director, Amanda Strong, Production Companies, Spotted Fawn Productions, National Film Board of Canada. Obscura, Director, Arnold Lim. My Son Went Quiet, Director, Ian Bawa. What Are You Supposed to Do with Your Hands? Director, Larissa Thompson. Production Companies, Crazy Eights Film Society, Transmute Pictures, De Silva Productions.
And the award for Best Director Fiction goes to Brotherly. Stop.
Sorry, Karim. I wish I would have listened to you sooner.
Wow. Thank you. I should have chosen a different clip with more of the incredible sound design by the team. Thank you to my producer, Jen Vien, who was by my side the whole time. Thank you to my partner, Claudia, who's by me on every day of my neurodivergent neuroses. Cast and crew, Aladdin Tawfiq, who led this film. And I guess, thank you, Canada Council for the Arts. I think I legally have to thank them. Voices with Impact, another funder out of California. Who else gave us money? IFSA Talent Fund, Main Film with in-kind support. And I want to especially thank out the National Screen Institute because I was in development on this short film for like 3 years with an all-star team, and we couldn't get a penny from the province, and I had kind of lost hope. And then I got into the NSI, the YAVE Access BIPOC Producer Program at the National Screen Institute, funded by CMF, and realized that I didn't have product market fit as a Quebecer who's like me. They don't really fund my stories, but through that program, I realized that there were other ways to make films that weren't dependent on the provincial government, and I obviously found my own path. So thank you, NSI, for showing me that, I could tell this story, helping me, teach me.
The award for research, sponsored by the Yorkton Business Improvement District, home of the Yorkton Film Festival, recognizes the work of the researcher in a documentary production. The nominees are
Research, presented by Yorkton Business Improvement District. Play It Loud, researchers Clive Walker, Andrew Munger, Nicholas Jennings, Jessica Joy Wise, Graham Matheson. Production Company, Ultra Magnetic Productions Limited. Secret World of Sound, Episode 1, Hunters and Hunted. Researchers, Monica Delmos, Tamara Collin, Helen Drew. Production Companies, Infield Fly Productions, Humble Bee Films. The Crown and Indigenous People, Residential Schools. Production Company, Twisted Pair Productions Limited. Highway Robbery, The Regina Bypass Scandal. Researcher, Nestor Mryglod. Production company, Fishbowl Video Productions. To Kill a Dictator. Researchers, Lee Ventura, Robin Webster, Sarah Hewitt, Melanie Wong. Production company, Go Button Media.
And the award for research goes to Secret World of Sound, Episode 1, Hunters and Hunted.
Animals use sound to find food, fight off their enemies in the dark of night, and capture a hidden prey. It's time to open your ears to life as you've never heard it before. I'm Anthony Morgan. Join me on a journey to discover how animals rely on sound to hunt and survive being hunted.
This is my first film festival of Yorkton, and I get to accept this award on behalf of the winners, but they did send a speech along, so I will read their comments. On behalf of our co-production partners, Humblebee Films, we wanted to thank the Yorkton Film Festival for this wonderful honor. We're unable to be here with you in person because we are currently overseas working on our next production. We're excited about this research award because it comes from such a prestigious, long-running, and important film festival. As a producer, you always hope to be the recipient of a Golden Sheaf because it is such a coveted honor. We also want to recognize the extraordinary creative team at Humblebee Films in the UK and our own exceptional team here in Canada. Most natural history documentaries focus on the pictures. We decided to put sound at center stage to provide audiences with an entirely new perspective on the natural world. That was made possible by, and I'm going to try to not butcher all these names, but Brian Mosley, Angela Groves, Paul Fisher, Chris Watson, and Yanis Sapanos, who spent nearly a year creating the layered and sophisticated soundscape that makes Secret World of Sound such a unique series. Thank you again for this honor. We look forward to next year's festival and being here in person. Douglas Maudsley, Infield Fly Productions.
The Yorkton Film Festival is pleased to partner again with the Canadian Short Screenplay Competition. We welcome Anand Ramaya back to Yorkton, who will be presenting the award on behalf of David Cormican from the Screenplay Competition, who's unable to attend this evening. Anand?
Thank you, Cam. So, yes, on behalf of David and the Canadian Short Screenplay Competition, the backbone of any good film is a great script. We know that that's where it all starts. So whether it's dialogue that catches our ear or characters that we fall in love with, themes that resonate with us, or better yet, all three in one film, it all starts with the script. So, and nobody understands this better than the Canadian Short Screenplay Competition. They've produced from page to page 5 award-winning short films and have gone on to premiere and win numerous awards around the world, including right here at Yorkton. And a 6th film that's come through the competition is now going to camera on Monday in Wales, which is partially why the founder cannot be here tonight. So there we have it, and I'll leave it. Goes to camera next week in Wales. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll continue on here. The CSSC has identified 13 finalists from this year's entries that prove that short is better, and here they are. They took us on spellbinding and memorable journeys from intimate and isolated life of a newcomer to Canada to the wild and wacky, horrific ode to a small town, Saskatchewan, to an unforgettable final shift at a Northern Ontario butcher shop where you couldn't help but laugh, and to our hearts being touched as we surprisingly found ourselves quietly contemplating the merits of euthanasia and vampires alongside the mouth-watering and over-the-top taste of human jerky. Then interviewing a stranger to commit suicide for you, and yes, even kidnapping one's own mother, only to then be transported back in time through comedy to a knight being saved by a mermaid who refuses to lure him to the sea before cockroaches in our apartment became our life coaches, and then wrapping it all up with several poetic, multi-generational, queer coming-of-age dramas filled with tender moments of love, loss, and acceptance. Since 2008, the CSSC has generated superb entries from all over the world, and this year was no exception. However, 3 screenplays have been hand-selected by this year's industry panel of judges. There should be a drum roll, but you'll just have to accept me for today. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Okay. In third place, the winner of the Silver Screen Award is Hail, Lee Murray Chetwynd. So, thank you. There you go. So Lee is unable to be here this evening, so I will accept this award on her behalf. So you don't have to give it to me now if you don't want to. We can save the good stuff for later. Okay, so in second place, the winner of the Golden Cinema Award is... Okay, thank you, guys. The Last Meal, a Love Story by Betty Robertson. There you go. And again, unfortunately, Betty is unable to be here this evening, so I will accept this award also on her behalf. So, good night for me. Thank you, Yorkton. I appreciate you. Okay, but here we are, the final, and the winner of the 2020, thank you, yes, please, appreciate that. Okay, the winner of the 2025 Canadian Short Screenplay Competition with a cash prize of $1,000 is The Sound of Trees, Michael Young.
Wow, $1,000. I could use that right now. Thank you very much. This is honestly such an honor. Like, I am in a category with incredibly accomplished writers. I was just happy to be a finalist. I started my career as an actor, and I think I realized pretty quickly what it means to not have control over the words you say. And for me, words were always the thing that stuck out. Like, I would always look at the lyrics in music, or the description in novels, or the dialogue in theater, film, or television. I think words are really powerful, and I think in a moment like this, where there's such a sort of reductionist mindset and so much fear of what isn't black or white, this or that, gay or straight, male or female, I think words have an ability to color in some of the nuances and some of the shading, and I think that's really important. So thank you very much for this. Thank you to the CSSC for this lovely opportunity. Thank you to the Yorkton Film Festival for this amazing opportunity. And thank you to my mom, who is an editor-at-large and has been scribbling red marks all over everything I've written since I was a little kid. Thank you very much.
Presented by the National Film Board of Canada, the Kathleen Shannon Award is given to a filmmaker whose production reflects voices that are rarely heard. This award will be presented by Robert McLaughlin, Chief Strategy Officer. I guess I have to call him Mr. McLaughlin from now on. That sounds very official. Mr. McLaughlin grew up in Yorkton, and we're so pleased to have him back at the festival here again. Rob?
Thank you. The National Film Board's Kathleen Shannon Award is a $1,000 cash award and a plaque presented to a filmmaker whose production exemplifies diverse, cross-cultural storytelling in novel and unique ways. Kathleen Shannon was a Canadian film director and producer. Shannon joined the NFB in 1956 as a music editor. In 1974, after lobbying the NFB to establish a women's film unit, the NFB created Studio D, of which Shannon served as the executive producer. Studio D was the first government-funded film studio dedicated to women filmmakers anywhere in the world. Yes, thank you. The nominees are
Kathleen Shannon Award, presented by National Film Board of Canada. Recovered, a documentary film about eating disorder recovery. Tailor-Made. Bodies for Rent, production companies, Akelo Media, 90th Parallel Productions. The Canadian Dream. Am I the Skinniest Person You've Ever Seen? Production companies, Compass Productions, National Film Board of Canada.
Right. The Kathleen Shannon Award goes to Tailor-Made.
How long have you been a tailor?
Oh, too long. More than 50 years now, 52 years. My name is Tam Nguyen. I do everything. I do custom make. I make suit. I make a dress for wedding. I make costume for movie. A little bit of everything. I do them all. If I never do it, I will learn. Oh. I need a light.
Yeah. My third award ever. I want to thank you, all the Manitoba Arts Council, Manitoba Film and Music, On Screen Manitoba, for making it possible for a Vietnamese filmmaker to make a film partly in Vietnamese about another Vietnamese immigrant. I've been lucky to call Canada home for the last 9 years and recently became Canadian this year. And thank you. And yeah, this award is amazing to get. So thank you, Yorkton Film Festival, again, for all the recognition. And yeah, thanks. Thanks, Scott.
"78 years ago, James Lecition, a field worker with the National Film Board, inspired a group of Yorkton residents to build the Yorkton Film Council. Ruth Shaw was one of the original founders in 1950 and the last one to attend our awards gala until her passing in December 2013 at the age of 95.
She was a tireless volunteer and promoter, not only of the festival, but of the city, its businesses and organizations for more than a half century. To mark Ruth's 90th birthday in 2008, her family and friends established a trust fund that continues to sponsor the Ruth Shaw Award, along with $750 for the festival entry judged to be the best of Saskatchewan. Ruth was extremely proud of this award, and the festival is honored to present this award in her memory.
So at this time, we'd like to invite Bob Maloney, longtime friend and colleague of Ruth and board member of our festival, to present the Ruth Shaw Best of Saskatchewan Award. Bob?
Not many people in this room would have known Ruth Shaw, and those of us who do are better for it. She's a tremendous champion of the city of Yorkton and an unflagging champion of the Yorkton Film Festival. It is my pleasure to present the Ruth Shaw Best of Saskatchewan Award. This award, along with $750, is given to a production in any genre created by or featuring members of the Saskatchewan film and television community. The nominees are
Ruth Shaw, Best of Saskatchewan, presented by Yorkton Film Festival. Another Day's Past. Production company, Bamboo Shoots. Recovered. A documentary film about eating disorder recovery. Highway Robbery. The Regina Bypass Scandal. Production company, Fishbowl Video Productions. Driver's License. Production companies, Piper Voices Productions, Inc. and Purple Hen Productions. Spirit Box, Perfect Soul. Production company, Versa Films.
And your winner is Spirit Box, Perfect Soul.
I could really use this to pay some crew for my project I just shot that I'm waiting on other money for, so great. This is psychotic. Like, I've placed my bets on basically everyone else. So, yeah, this is crazy. But I realized I forgot to thank a zillion people. I won't thank everyone individually. One big shout out. I have to thank Spirit Box, the band, for giving me this opportunity. How I forgot to thank them and their team and Jason for, this is our 7th video together. And we've collected 20 million views together over the last 6 years, and they've changed my whole career. It's the reason why I have any sort of music video career. I want to thank, on a personal note, I wouldn't be able to do film without my beautiful frickin' wife, who I've been together for almost 16 years. And we have a sweet 2-year-old boy, Nolan, who, why I want to push through and have a real career where I can make money and have a living while doing what I love for that baby boy. So I'm grateful to them. And I'm so grateful to Creative Sask for helping us really push this project over the edge. And then before I transfer it to these guys, I just am so grateful that I get to work with you guys all the time. So thank you so much. But you guys can chat too.
Just real quick, I love this category so much. I am such a passionate advocate for the Saskatchewan community. Lynette Piper and Carla Weber, Driver's License is a beautiful, beautiful film. Thank you so much for bringing so many people together to make that. And yeah, Sandra at Creative Sask helped us make this in Saskatchewan. It was maybe going to be in LA or Vancouver, but thanks to Creative Sask.
I don't really have many other people to thank. I just want to say how incredible it is to be here, but also this production Dylan mentioned, there was 60 crew, mostly from Saskatchewan, and that was unreal. That was wild. It was 2 days of mayhem, but we got through it, and that's just super special. Thanks.
It truly speaks to what we can do in Saskatchewan in a place where people think film doesn't exist. So thank you so much.
Excellent. I love that enthusiasm. Thank you and congratulations to the winners. It has been a ton of fun here being tonight in person. Randy, I love you. Thank you so much for asking me to be back this year. It is an honor. We've had a great time. I'm very proud to have been asked to host. This festival is a gem in the crown of Yorkton and in the heart of Saskatchewan, and it's young folks like that. They're going to keep this thing going for another 78 years. Okay, this one's it. This is the big one. This is it. This is Best of Festival. It's also sponsored by the Yorkton Film Festival and will be presented by the co-chairs, Ron Irvine and Joanne McDonald. Come on up here, folks.
There's nothing like the art of suspense. We're not going to quite give out the award yet.
Yes, we just wanted, it's important to take a pause for a moment and just two very important thank yous. First of all, to someone who we just literally, working with the board is literally like herding cats.
Literally like herding cats.
Literally herding cats. So all of the work that she does from bringing in the films as they come in, all the organizations with the juries and everything else that goes on with that. So we just want to give a big round of applause and call up Tanika Walker. Thank you.
Tanika?
She's herding cats.
She's herding cats.
She's herding cats somewhere. We'll catch her out.
We will make.
Oh, here she comes.
Oh,
Here
yay! So, Tanika keeps us all on track, and like I said, it's really difficult to do, I would say, wouldn't you? Just thinking back to our board picture last year that you actually left. So that's a good segue because Randy would like the board to stay after the awards to have a picture. We haven't been able to get everybody together, so please don't leave. Come have your picture taken. And speaking of Randy.
Yes, so obviously this festival, thank you for all of you to come out this weekend for the festival here. And without a doubt, this could not go off without Randy. So we want to make sure we call her up and invite her up to give her a big thanks. And it's not just, for those of us that live here, it's not just this festival, it's sitting on council, it's all the different boards and everything she does. She's the president of the Saskatchewan Urban Municipalities Association, so everything that she does for this province and the city, a big thank you to Randy Golden. We got to the end, Randy. We got to.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming to Yorkton. Thank you.
You know, we couldn't do it without them, and also thanks to all of our summer students and everybody else who's been taking care of our delegates so wonderfully over this weekend. All right, I think we've stalled enough, Ron.
Okay, there we go. So on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Yorkton Film Festival, it is my pleasure to present the Best of Festival, recognize the most outstanding productions submitted to this year's festival. All category winners are eligible. The nominees are not released prior to the Golden Sheaf Award tonight. The nominees are
Best of the Festival, presented by Yorkton Film Festival. My Son Went Quiet. Saving the Animals of Ukraine. Production company, Yap Films. Inkwo, For When the Starving Return. Production companies, Spotted Fawn Productions, National Film Board of Canada. The Crown and Indigenous People, Residential Schools. Production company, Twisted Pair Productions Limited. Play It Loud. Production company, Ultramagnetic Productions Limited.
Very dramatic. And the Best of the Festival winner goes to Saving the Animals of the Ukraine.
Complexities of our obligations to animals in wartime. The entire world seeing the level and depth of animal suffering, and on many levels, pets, livestock, even wild animals.
Dogs and cats, they are taking stress even worse than people because people, at least, they understand what's going on. Animals, they don't understand.
For those who know me, saying that I feel almost speechless is really tells you something. I could not be prouder of this film, and I could not be prouder of winning Best of Fest Yorkton. I have, over the years, thankfully, gratefully, gotten won categories. We have never, ever won Best of Festival. This means so very, very much. Again, I need to thank the festival, thank the CBC, thank PBS Nature, thank the funding bodies. We really thank everyone who works on this production. I want to thank my beautiful child, Liv, who is here with me, supporting me. It's not easy to have a mom who's a filmmaker. It is filled with a lot of days away. So I thank you, sweet child, for putting up with your mom being a filmmaker. So just thank you so much to everyone. Thank you, Yorkton, and thank you. Good night.
Okay, well.
How about us?
Yeah. How about a moment?
Need a moment?
I need a moment. Oh, thank you. And the Yorkton Film Festival thanks you for joining us at our 2025 Golden Sheaf Awards. Huge thanks to the live production crew from Access Communications. Thank you. And about 1 billion thanks to the hardworking team of Christy Lights for the continued work and support of tonight's gala. Bruce and Alyssa, you guys always rock. Thank you so much. You make us look and sound really, really good. Even Cam.
And to Jason Delsoy, our tech guy extraordinaire. And Jason is at every screening, and he's here for every panel, and he's here tonight for the gala. And he does yeoman's work every single time. And to all our sponsors and to the filmmakers, a huge thank you for your continued support of the Yorkton Film Festival. We look forward to seeing you guys again in Yorkton, May 20th to 24th, 2026. We already have dates. That's fantastic, Randy. Yeah. Have we booked the hall? Because that'd be nice. Yeah. That would be the 79th Annual Yorkton Film Festival, everyone. And so there you have it. Congratulations to all the winners. Celebrate hard, celebrate well, celebrate safely, get home, don't forget to hydrate. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It was just a great night, and we will.
Have a great night. Thank you.
We'll see you next year. Good night.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today.